The consultation between former President Goodluck Jonathan and some leaders of the All Progressive Congress (APC) for Jonathan to emerge as the presidential candidate has been rejected by support groups working for some presidential aspirants of the party. Groups loyal to presidential aspirants of the party, including the APC national leader and former Lagos State Governor Asiwaju Bola Tinubu and Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, in separate interviews with The Punch, dismissed the consensus plot for the ex-president. It was also gathered that those who were behind the plot and some members of the National Working Committee of the party feared that it might not sail through. It was learned that although the plan had been announced, opposition to it was already swelling among members. Besides, Osinbajo, Tinubu, and other members of the party in the presidential race include the Kogi State Governor Yahya Bello, the Minister of Transportation Rotimi Amechi, and the Ebonyi State Governor Dave Umahi. The Punch had reported on Saturday that Jonathan had informed some APC stakeholders that he would only join the presidential race if he was directly endorsed by the President, Major General Muhammadu Buhari, retired. The information was revealed to The Punch shortly after Jonathan's poster flooded the National Secretariat of the APC, and some youth groups stormed Jonathan's office in the Maitama area of Abuja, calling on him to join the presidential race. In his response, the former president had told protesters that he could not say for sure if he would declare or not, but only advised that his supporters should watch out. The Punch subsequently learned from top sources in the APC that there was a plan by some leaders in the APC and some elements in the presidency to accede to Jonathan's request. A member of the APC National Executive Committee who confided in one of our correspondents said all presidential aspirants were aware of the plan to bring Jonathan in as a consensus candidate. According to him, members of the presidency cabal who were working on the plan were confused as they did not know if it would succeed. He stated that they started working on the plan more than a year ago, but when they ran into some challenges, they tried to adopt the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele. The NEC member added that when they realized Emefiele's option might not work, they went back to the Jonathan's arrangement. The party chieftain stated, "I can tell you that they are facing a tough task as far as Jonathan is concerned. Although from his body language, one can see that Jonathan is interested. However, his backers in the APC are confused about how to launder the public image of Jonathan, whom they painted incompetent and clueless in 2015. Another tough task the party may face is how it will convince other aspirants like Tinubu, Osinbajo, Amechi, Umahi, and Bello to step down. Many members are not happy with the plot and are ready to shoot it down." When contacted for the party's reaction, the APC National Publicity Secretary Felix Moka neither replied to a text message sent to his mobile phone nor responded to calls made by one of our correspondents. The Punch learned that the presidential aspirants were waiting for Jonathan's backers to unveil their plan, which they vowed to resist. Meanwhile, the leader, Osinbajo grassroots organization Ekiti State, Femi Adeleye, said on Sunday that the party could not give Jonathan a waiver to contest the presidential election as a consensus candidate when there were competent and capable aspirants already. Adeleye, who said the presidential aspirants were already preparing for an indirect primary, however, said the party would adopt Osinbajo in case it considered a consensus arrangement. He stated that, even at that, if all the contestants agree within themselves and decide to step down for one of them, I'm very comfortable that our principal, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, will be the one they will step down for. I'm very comfortable with that. If some people are rooting for Jonathan, the party must accept him first. And for him to contest, he must have spent a year in the party, and our primary will hold in the month's time. It will be very difficult for the party to say they want to give him a waiver and pick him as a consensus candidate when there are competent hands already on ground. Also, in a chat with The Punch, some Southwest agenda for Asiwaju 2023, known as Swagger 2023, said that there was no possibility of a consensus presidential candidate in the upcoming primary election. The chairman of Swagger 2023, Senator Dayo Adeyeye, explained this to The Punch during a telephone interview on Sunday, adding that the presidential aspirants will await the results of the primaries. He said, "The candidates for the presidential election await the primaries and the people will have to earn it. Don't forget that under the new electoral law, you can only have consensus when all the candidates or aspirants have agreed in writing, and I don't see that happening. Those who are looking for consensus are the lazy ones who have not done any work. We are working and hoping to have free and fair primaries, which I know that by the grace of the Almighty God, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu will easily win. So the issue of consensus candidacy should be forgotten completely. Nobody will impose the president on Nigeria. The party members will choose their candidate by themselves at a convention, and the Nigerian people will be given the opportunity to elect the candidate of their choice in February next year." Adeyeye said the presidential primary would not be like the National Convention of March 26 because the primary is more complicated as it would involve a wider electorate. The leader of the grassroots network for Asiwaju Tinubu Group, Mr. Abiodun Mafe, also told The Punch that Jonathan was not known to be a member of the APC, hence, he could not be the presidential candidate of the party. Jonathan has never been a member of the APC, so how will it be possible for anyone to say that he will be made a consensus candidate until he now proves to the whole world that he is a card-carrying member of the APC? It can't be. Even at that, there is a process. Constitutionally, anybody who is a member of the APC has the right to contest, but as far as I'm concerned, Jonathan is not a part, Mafe stated. On his part, the coordinating lawyers for Osibanjo, Dr. Kayode Ajolo, in an interview with The Punch, said to entertain the idea of Jonathan contesting was trying to violate the provisions of the Constitution. He stated, "The advice I will give is that everything that should be done in accordance with the law, and it is today. The Exempt Electoral Act, which is the electoral law in Nigeria, recognizes the direct election, indirect election, and the consensus. And if that is one sanctioned and allowed by the law, then that would be the way to go. But anything done beyond it is unconstitutional. I will advise the APC to continue to toe the line of the law. When you do that, you cannot go wrong. But in a situation where you want to do what is convenient and you want to toe the law of men, not the law as given and signed, the law of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, then things will go wrong."